Hello again, everyone. So it turns out these videos are working out really well. I kind of like how they're turning out. The quality is much better than the other cameras, so I'm going to keep going. A few little hiccups there, here and there, but seem to be going all right. So, where were we? Well, the last chapter I decided called Rob Up in Smoke, so this will, I'm sure I'll come up with something just as cool. We've got some interesting stuff coming up. We've got CM Punk's debut, Rob Van Dam's return in this one. We've got to organise that. We've got a trip to the return to the Hammerstein to talk about. And we'll see how we're going to try and get all the way to Unforgiven this time. So we got the belt off of Rob Van Dam last time. I think this result is the best we could hope for. I know it probably wouldn't be the greatest result, but I think for what we have to do, it's the best alternative. Putting the belt on Mr. ECW, I think, seems like a good idea. So we come out of come out of Great American Bash. Big Show was the only representation there. I think that was the best idea, and I think this would have been the beginning of his heel turn. It would have been a bit more of a surprise after everything that happened with Great Khali. Coming forward, so I'm not sure who with its GM of SmackDown was at the time, but we'll just say that this is the beginning of Big Show working for the McMahons. I know it was kind of a little bit earlier before this, but yeah, this would be kind of the beginning of his heel run. So he'd kind of be representing the McMahons from now on, and yeah, so Paul Heyman would consult him and sort of say, "Hey, I'm the guy. I brought you here because I knew you were commodity. Remember, I'm the guy that got you the WWE title for your second time. I helped you beat Brock Lesnar. I helped represent you while you were on SmackDown. Helped you get the US title and all that. And you do this to me. You betray me." And all these he points to the crowd, all these fans here tonight. Yeah, and he goes, and Big Show says, "Well, I came here and you didn't give me anything. I had to go out on my own. I had to go to Vince to get anywhere here. I came here and there was nothing for me. You've lost Kurt Angle. He's gone elsewhere. Wait, no. No, you haven't put me in the ring with Kurt Angle. You lost Rob Van Dam because he was too busy flying high. And yeah, you haven't given me any support." So he says, "Well, fine. Tonight, I've got a little surprise for you. I have been in contact with the people on Raw, and I managed to secure Kane for tonight. So tonight it's going to be you and Kane in the ring." So, yeah, and then we have Kevin Thorn taking on Danny Doring. Kevin Thorn goes over. Tommy Dreamer and the Sandman taking on Test and Mike Knox. Test goes over here. And then we have Kane versus Big Show, and Kane goes over. Then we return to the Hammerstein. Now, this is the infamous show where Batista and Big Show squared off. Now, to be honest, I had ways around this. I had stuff I could do, but by the time I went through everything here, I know I'm only for a 1 hour show. I could do 4 matches, but that would mean that the 2 of those matches would be really short. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to give each match about 10 to 15 minutes. So, I think the best way to kick this show off is to have Paul Heyman come out and say, well, I was in he comes out and he says, well, you know what? It's great to be back here in the Hammerstein Ballroom, here with all my people in New York, with what would have been the crowd at the ECW arena, sort of thing. And he goes, I know what you fans want. I know what the fans here want. I know what the fans all over want. So he runs it. He says, tonight we had the debut, the in-ring debut of CM Punk. Yeah. We have an ECW championship match. It's going to be fought under Extreme Rules. Yeah. But to kick things off, I went to SmackDown and I got the one of the best tag teams in the business today. And he brings out, and tonight they'll be facing the FBI for the WWE Tag Team Championships, London and Kendrick. So I imagine that the crowd would kind of pop for that. And I think it would be a pretty good match. I think it would be the best match that Little Guido and Tony Mamaluke would have. I don't know what the problem was with these guys. But anyway, that's pretty much it for that one. And London and Kendrick would go over. CM Punk would debut here, and he would take on Steven Richards, and he'd go over. Tommy Dreamer and Just Incredible would be the main event for the ECW title. He fought under Extreme Rules, and Dreamer would go over. Just because, like, I know a lot of people aren't fans of Just Incredible, but I figure if you've got an original, kind of hitting the nostalgia kick for the moment, going forward. Then I think this is the following week. We have the return of Rob Van Dam. Probably have him come out and sort of explain the situation. Sort of explain thing, and sort of have him say, look, Paul's had a talk with me. He's reminded me that this is not the old ECW. And we're under the WWE umbrella, so we can't do the same things that we did before. And he sort of takes it on himself. He says, I made a mistake. Now, he says, you know my positions on the issue of marijuana. I think it should be legal, but I don't think it was legal anywhere at the time. And he sort of... But yeah, I would sort of address it and maybe have a follow-up interview later on in the night with Joey Styles or Taz or something. Maybe even Jim Ross. I think it would be cool to have. But then we have Balls Mahoney taking on Steven Richards. Balls would go over. CM Punk versus Just Incredible. CM Punk goes over. And then we have a 6-person tag. Sandman, Rob Van Dam, Sabu taking on Mike Knox, Test, and and Kevin Thorn. This is kind of like the new ECW, the new guys versus the originals. It's kind of the beginning of this little feud thing that would have going. And Thorn would pin Sandman. Now, I've heard that Sandman doesn't mind doing he prefers to do the job. So, if he's willing to do it, but I say, look, man, you got to, if you're going to be doing this all the time, we've got to make sure you come out looking good. So there would be some nefarious tactics here, some distractions by maybe Kelly and Ariel, and that's would kind of lead things down that path. But yeah. Now, probably only make it to SummerSlam this time. Yeah, Ric Flair and Mick Foley do a promo. And they kind of have a standoff. This is to help build their feud. I think it would be cool to have them on the show. I would prefer it if they were they were involved in some sort of match, but I don't think I could do that at this time. But yeah, and at the top of the show, I'd have Paul kind of sort of be on screen and saying, tonight we're going to have a triple threat match, ladder match for the ECW titles, #1 contendership. Winner faces Tommy Dreamer at SummerSlam. And he announces the positions: Rob Van Dam, Sabu, and Big Show. But to kick off the show, we've got Test and Mike Knox taking on Balls Mahoney. Test would go over. And then we'd have CM Punk taking on CW Anderson in one of his very few appearances that he would make on TV. CM Punk would go over. And then we'd have Sabu go over in the ladder match. I think that's all we need. And then we go to SummerSlam. Where Tommy Dreamer takes on Sabu and Dreamer goes over. Okay, people. That's it for now. I hope to get another one of these out tonight. It's been pretty cool for everyone. So I will see you next time.